A deadly collision on a runway in Tokyo. That's happening as Japan mobilizes to rescue dozens of survivors from the country's earthquake disaster. This is video capturing the fiery collision earlier this morning. You can see the flames erupting from the Japan Airlines plane after it collided on the tarmac with a Japanese Coast Guard plane. All the people aboard the passenger plane have been reported safe, but there are a number of Coast Guard crew members now confirmed dead.
On January 2nd, 2024, a routine day at Tokyo's Haneda airport turned into a harrowing disaster.
I want to take you to some live pictures in Tokyo, where a fire has broken out on a plane on the runway at Tokyo Haneda Airport.
How could such a devastating accident happen in one of the world's busiest and most advanced airports? This incident raises urgent questions about air traffic control and runway safety. In this video, we are going to uncover the events that led to this tragedy, what critical lessons can be learned to prevent future disasters. A tragic aviation incident unfolded at Tokyo's Haneda Airport on January 2nd, 2024. What began as an ordinary day at Tokyo's Haneda Airport quickly turned into a devastating tragedy that shocked the aviation world. The bustling airport, known for its precision and efficiency, became the site of a catastrophic accident involving two aircraft, a Japan Airlines Airbus A350-900 and a Japan Coast Guard DHC-8. The Japan Airlines flight was nearing the end of a routine journey, carrying 379 passengers and crew, while the Coast Guard plane was stationed on the runway, preparing to embark on a vital rescue mission in response to a recent earthquake in the region.
Japan's west coast reeling after a powerful 7.5 magnitude quake caused widespread damage, triggered tsunami warning.
Despite the apparent normalcy of operations, a critical failure or miscommunication unfolded between air traffic control and the two aircraft. As the Japan Airlines flight approached for landing, the Coast Guard plane was still on the runway, resulting in a catastrophic collision. The tragic aftermath included a devastating fire and the heartbreaking loss of all 5 crew members aboard the Coast Guard aircraft. This incident not only claimed lives but also left the aviation community grappling with difficult questions about what went wrong. How could such a tragedy occur in a highly controlled environment? What measures must be taken to ensure such an incident is never repeated? As investigations continue, the events of that day serve as a stark reminder of the paramount importance of clear communication, strict rules, and constant attention in ensuring the safety of air travel. While investigations are still ongoing, initial reports have pointed to several factors that may have contributed to the disaster. A key area under scrutiny is the possibility of miscommunication between air traffic control, ATC, and the pilots of the two aircraft involved. It seems that unclear or conflicting instructions were given, leading to both planes being on a collision course. The Japan Airlines flight, an Airbus A350-900, had been cleared to land, while the Coast Guard aircraft, a DHC-8, remained on the runway, preparing for takeoff. This situation suggests a lapse in coordination or a failure to confirm that the runway was clear before allowing the larger plane to land. Such missteps could have been the critical trigger for the accident. Another potential issue being examined is procedural oversight. Airports like Haneda, one of the busiest in the world, operate under strict safety protocols designed to prevent incidents like runway incursions. These protocols ensure that aircraft movement on the ground is carefully monitored and controlled to avoid conflicts. However, in this case, it seems that these safeguards were not adequately followed. Whether due to human error, procedural gaps, or some other oversight, the systems meant to prevent such collisions did not work as intended. Human error is also a significant factor being considered. Modern air traffic systems are equipped with advanced technologies that are specifically designed to detect and prevent collisions. However, these systems still rely heavily on human judgment. A mistake by ATC, a misunderstanding of instructions by one or both pilots, or a combination of these factors could have played a key role in causing the collision. Despite technological advancements, human error remains one of the most difficult risks to eliminate in aviation. The circumstances leading up to the accident may also have been complicated by the situation surrounding the Coast Guard aircraft. It was preparing for an urgent rescue mission in response to a recent earthquake in the region. Emergency situations like this can often disrupt the usual flow of airport operations, leading to expedited clearances or deviations from standard procedures. This added pressure and urgency might have increased the likelihood of mistakes or misjudgments during a critical moment. Finally, the accident has raised broader concerns about potential systemic failures in air traffic management at Haneda Airport. Investigators will likely look into whether there were gaps in radar monitoring, automated warning systems, or even the training and preparedness of staff. These systemic issues can often compound individual errors, creating a scenario where small mistakes lead to catastrophic outcomes. In this case, it appears that a combination of miscommunication, human error, and the pressures of an emergency situation came together to create the tragic sequence of events. The collision resulted in the loss of 5 crew members aboard the Coast Guard aircraft and highlighted significant vulnerabilities in aviation safety.
All the people aboard the passenger plane have been reported safe, but there are a number of Coast Guard crew members now confirmed dead.
The collision at Tokyo's Haneda Airport had a significant impact on the aviation community, the families of the victims, and airport operations. The immediate aftermath saw chaos as rescue teams worked to control the fire and evacuate passengers. While all 379 passengers and crew on Japan Airlines Flight 516 were safely evacuated, 5 crew members of the Coast Guard DHC-8 tragically lost their lives during a rescue mission. News outlets quickly reported on the disaster, showing emergency responders at work and passengers in shock but unharmed. Haneda Airport, one of the busiest in the world, was temporarily shut down, causing widespread flight disruptions. Hundreds of flights were delayed or diverted, highlighting the importance of airport preparedness in handling large-scale emergencies. The incident raised concerns about air traffic controllers managing the crisis during peak traffic and potential systemic failures. The incident sparked an outpouring of grief nationwide, with tributes to the Coast Guard crew for their heroic efforts. Japan Airlines and the Japan Coast Guard expressed sorrow and pledged full cooperation with investigators to improve safety protocols. The investigation, involving Japan's Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism, MLIT, the Japan Transport Safety Board, JTSB, and international authorities, began immediately. Early findings raised concerns about lapses in runway clearance procedures, air traffic control protocols, and communication between the aircraft and the tower. Experts also questioned whether automated systems could have prevented the collision. The tragedy has sparked broader discussions about systemic issues in aviation safety. With Haneda's high volume of flights, questions are rising about whether air traffic controllers were overburdened. The incident has led to calls for improvements in runway safety and better integration of automated systems to prevent similar accidents. In response, Haneda Airport and Japan Airlines pledged to work with authorities to improve safety, including revising training programs for air traffic controllers and pilots. Aviation regulators are drafting stricter guidelines for handling emergency operations, as this tragedy has underscored the need for constant vigilance in aviation safety, with the hope that lessons learned will lead to changes that prevent future disasters. The devastating collision has also highlighted critical lessons in aviation safety, focusing on air traffic coordination, human factors, and the need for improvements to prevent future incidents. The ongoing investigation serves as a reminder of the vulnerabilities in aviation safety and the need for constant vigilance in airport operations. One key lesson is the importance of seamless air traffic coordination, especially at busy airports like Haneda. With over 70 million passengers annually, effective communication between air traffic controllers, pilots, and ground crew is vital to prevent accidents. The collision occurred due to a breakdown in communication, with Japan Airlines Flight 516 cleared for landing while the Coast Guard aircraft remained on the runway, preparing for takeoff. This highlights the most important factor, which is the need for strict adherence to protocols, particularly during high-traffic periods, to ensure runway safety and prevent such errors. Human factors, despite technological advancements, continue to play a significant role in aviation safety. In this case, human error, whether in miscommunication or misjudgment, contributed to the horrible incident. Experts emphasize that while technology can alert pilots and controllers to conflicts, human response is crucial in avoiding accidents. Improving training, communication protocols, and decision-making under pressure are essential to reducing human error. The investigation has already pointed out areas for improvement, such as implementing better systems to track aircraft movements on the ground and provide real-time alerts of potential conflicts. There is also a need to review airport safety protocols, especially for emergency aircraft operations, to ensure rescue missions do not interfere with regular flight operations. Enhanced runway management and clearer guidelines for emergency clearance procedures are also crucial. Additionally, revising air traffic control training programs to prepare controllers for high-pressure situations and effective emergency communication is vital. The tragic loss of 5 Coast Guard crew members serves as a reminder that the stakes in air traffic control are not just about avoiding delays, but about saving lives. According to the experts, the aviation industry must continually learn from past incidents, such as the 1977 Tenerife disaster, which resulted from poor communication and coordination. Since then, the industry has implemented better protocols. Similarly, the Haneda collision can lead to changes that improve safety and prevent future accidents. The tragic collision at Haneda Airport on January 2, 2024, serves as a stark reminder of how even minor errors in air traffic coordination, human decision-making, and adherence to safety protocols can result in catastrophic consequences. The disaster underscored the critical importance of seamless communication between air traffic control, pilots, and ground crew, especially in busy airports. The loss of 5 Coast Guard crew members during a mission meant to save others highlights the high stakes involved in aviation safety. While technology has greatly improved safety, human factors still play a significant role, emphasizing the need for continued training and vigilance. Moving forward, the aviation industry must learn from this tragedy and implement stronger safety measures, more effective communication protocols, and better systems for handling emergency operations. This event has sparked a renewed focus on aviation safety, demonstrating that the responsibility for safe skies is a shared one, extending from the cockpit to the control tower and beyond. As we reflect on this disaster, we must all remember that safety is everyone's responsibility. What do you think was the main cause of this collision? Should airports have stricter runway management protocols? Let us know in the comments.